Valentina, right here. I feel like we've been asking you about Wei Li for the last several fights, so I guess how does it feel to finally now be a few days away from getting this fight that seems like the whole world has been waiting to see?
I feel very good, very strong, very amazing. I had one of the best training camps I ever had. And just, yeah, as you say, just a few days more and ready for the full action.
When you say you have one of the best camps, was that just because you were healthy, or was there something specific about this fight that was so different?
I don't know, just in general, everything. I started my training camp in Thailand, then we continue in Morocco, Las Vegas, El Paso, Texas, and final we did here in New Jersey. And just in general, all the travel, all the people around, my coach Pavel, and like everything worked so well that, yeah, I feel great.
I saw an interview you did where you said you try not to have any emotion in camp when you're kind of focusing on a fight, but now that it's fight week and you have to do all of this media, does this fight feel bigger than maybe some of your other fights?
No, it's like emotion, not have emotion during the fight week because it's impossible to not have any emotion during the training camp. Training camp, it's a long time, and you have like all roller coasters when you cannot sleep during the night. You think about the fight, you're analyzing all fights of your opponent, and it's kind of like it's a work. It's a hard work, but closer to the fight. This is what I mean, like. Not without emotions, but with steady energy. This is the most important for me, steady energy.
So when you're analyzing Wei Li, I guess what impresses you most about her abilities in the octagon?
No, it's kind of like when I approach to my opponents and see their fights, it's not about being impressed or something like that. It's just calm-minded study. You see what she's good, you see what she's bad at. And like you have to know how to, where to be careful, where to be focused, what to avoid, and what to use in terms like to get the victory, to get the early finish.
Based off of that, just on tape, does it look like or appear to be that she's the most well-rounded opponent you faced or will face?
You cannot say that because we're fighting in the best MMA promotion in whole world. Here there is no someone, any fighter who is not well-rounded. All of them, like all my opponents, they are amazing, they are well-rounded. And definitely because Wei Li, she was champion in strawweight division, she has like successful defending her belt. It definitely makes her like one of the best because this is champion of the best organization, but you cannot say that the other contenders, they were less talented, less, because they were the best of the best.
And then just last one for me. The other day you posted in defense of Joe Rogan on Twitter, I guess. Why did you feel like you had to come to his defense? I assume based on what Ronda had said.
I just like, I'm for the justice, and I like Ronda. I like her lifestyle, being like close to the nature, to animals, like farm and everything like that. She's great champion, but I feel in this particular case, it was not right to say these things, what she said, because Joe Rogan, he is true example for the youth. He is true martial artist. He has a lot of knowledge in martial arts, and he's a successful man. He is, what I say, like musician, very talented, and it's just not right to say that things. And I felt like when there is no justice, I like, no, it's something wrong.
Valentina, right here. When I think about you, I think of a martial artist who continues to grow. What's been really amazing is that you have been this dominant champion for such a long time. What lifestyle changes or what things have you had to done over the years to be able to sustain this incredible longevity?
I would say in my case, I didn't have to do like too much sacrification or something like that, because martial arts for me, it's my life. And when you love to do something, no matter how hard is that, I'm not saying that it's easy. No, it's very, very hard. But when you are, it's your passion, it's your lifestyle. It's that even the most difficult things in the world, it's you're gonna do that, and like you will love the process. This is how I feel about trainings. This is how I feel about training camps. It's very hard every day to wake up and like to try to do your best and overcome some like small issues what you have in your head. But after the fight, after the victory, after like doesn't matter, after the fight, you feel that it's the things that you really want to do, no matter how hard is that. But this is what you wanna like be better, be martial artist, complete martial artist, to show not only fight like what every can do, like street fight or whatever. You want to show the art of martial arts, beauty of fighting. And this is what my mind said. That's why for me, even the hardest things, it was not too hard for me.
The big narrative of this fight is, everyone's saying Weili's trying to win a title in another weight class. But I think another thing that is a huge narrative, or should be a bigger narrative, is we have this rare occasion where, in my opinion, you have two of the fighters that I would put on the female Mount Rushmore actually facing each other at the top. Like, it's so rare. Beating her in Madison Square Garden, can it get any better than that?
At this moment, I didn't think about it. Everything what I think about, how to keep me healthy these last days, how to keep my shape in the same way that it was a week ago, to keep me warm in like a little bit colder weather, because this is all things, the small things what is matter. Doesn't matter how good was your preparation in training camp, if you cannot conserve it during the last few days, it doesn't matter anything, because you cannot perform your best. You have to be very focused and very into it from the beginning till the end, before your hands, my hands, gonna be raised. And definitely fight in Madison Square Garden, in the venue that is so legendary, so like legends of the sport was fighting there, or like having other events. So this is the venue that every fighter wished to be in.
Obviously, this is an incredible venue. That said, you guys are two of the most amazing fighters, regardless of gender. Did you think that you guys should have maybe got the main event, maybe not this card, but maybe next month or the month after?
It doesn't matter. Actually, it doesn't matter. The matter is that how people feel itself of, like when they said about UFC 322, how they feel about it. If they feel this is a great event and like great fight cards, this is the most important. And we don't have to be, how to say it, selfish, right? And like, oh no, we have to be the best, the main card. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. What is the matter is that people, the fans of mixed martial arts, they're gonna be happy. And yeah, what can be better?
No, I mean, I don't think anything can be better than this super fight. That said, with her moving up, trying to get a second title, does that give you a little motivation yourself to say, hey, after this, I want to move up and I want to get a second title?
I'm not the person, I'm not the fighter who's gonna like think about next step without doing previous step. In terms like to think about what I'm gonna do next, I'll have to complete what I have to complete this Saturday. And this is for me the most important. My all energy is gonna be like a ball that is gonna throw to the target. This is what I need to do in terms to win the fight. If my ball gonna strike like here, there, thinking like about everything, how you can reach the success? You cannot. You have to put the all energy only in one place, only straight ahead. You have to think only about what you gonna face now, not after, now. This is what's important. Because without now, not gonna be after.
Fair enough. I'll ask you after the fight then.
Sounds good to me.
My last question, I'm assuming you probably don't even want to answer this question, but you responded to Ronda Rousey's The Joe Rogan. I want you to respond to another thing she said. During that interview, she said that she believes that she's the greatest female fighter of all time. A lot of people disagree with her. Who do you think is the greatest female fighter of all time?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I think Ronda, she's a great fighter, and definitely she's the first one who like fought in this. Like people saw her fighting in UFC, and definitely she deserves to be the greatest fighter. She deserves it. But I started to practice martial arts when no one started, and I was 5 years old, 32 years, I do what I do. And my first title, what I won in MMA, it was back in 2003. No one would fight there. Like there was not like women's, like after only 7 years, it was the first UFC fight here, like in UFC, female fight. But in 2003, I already won the title of world champion in MMA in South Korea, in Seoul. In 2005, I won it again. And yeah, it's kind of like, I can't say that from the experience because I've been in this business for a long, long time. Modern fighters, they not even born at that year. Like you can see many of them, it's like 2005, 2006. But I've been here for a long time, and I have all rights to speak about how it evolved and how it was back then and now. So yeah, for me it's a very hard question, who is the greatest, and I never will myself because I'm not that kind of person who put the name like in front of everyone. I feel everyone did enough things to secure the spot to being in this position, the greatest fighter ever.
Valentina, all the way in the back, you mentioned a minute ago how you have been around this sport for quite a long time. One thing that you haven't gotten to do yet is to compete here in New York. When you got the opportunity and you found out that you'd be fighting here, what was that reaction like? And also, do you expect this weekend to be one of the biggest highlights of your career?
Oh, I really don't know. I don't expect anything. I just want to perform the best of me. I just want to do I don't want to leave anything that I will regret after. And I want to show the beauty of martial arts, as I said, to show not only like who has stronger head or something like that, but the beauty of martial arts. This is the most important for me. And definitely when it was about New York for me, it's very like special place. I spent here many different occasions, different times of visiting this beautiful city. And especially like I spent here a few years ago during the preparation for the filming with Halle Berry in her directional debut, The Bruised. And I was living in New York, actually in Jersey City, with a view to Manhattan, the best view. And I spent there like 2 months, and we were discovering everything about this beautiful place.
Thank you.
Valentina, aquí. Perdona que en español está bien.
Sí, claro.
Perdona que insista sobre la pregunta que ya te han hecho en inglés, pero te hemos visto sonreír cuando hablaban del Monte Rushmore, de las luchadoras de UFC. Has hablado de tu trayectoria, de lo mucho que has trabajado para estar en la posición en la que estás. Te cambio un poco la pregunta, porque ya has dicho que no quieres decirlo tú, pero con una victoria aquí, o incluso antes de esta pelea, ¿crees que ya mereces estar en primera o segunda posición en esa conversación sobre la mejor luchadora de la historia?
Yo creo que no es algo que yo tengo que decidir, no algo que yo tengo que reclamar. Esta decisión de todos fanáticos de artes marciales, todo de organización de UFC, de MMA en general, para decisión de todos expertos de artes marciales. Y yo confío en su opinión, ¿sí? Y para mí lo más importante es seguir mi camino.
Y sin duda, primero tiene ese reto de Sunway League, que es un reto muy duro. pero se ha especulado sobre la vuelta de Amanda para medirse a Kayla Harrison. Si ganaras ante Zhang Weili, ¿te quedaría algo por hacer en tu actual división o te motivaría volver a subir e intentar esa revancha?
Eso lo vamos a ver porque todavía no tenemos respuestas claras sobre va a regresar, no va a regresar, quién va a ganar, no van a ganar, cómo van a sentir. Muchas cosas, muchas cosas sí o sí o sí. Y yo no quiero meter todo en mi cabeza porque yo creo que no es necesario, porque cuando sea más cierto las cosas, ahí sí me voy a poner a pensar. Pero todavía falta mucho tiempo para que ellos deciden, regresan, no regresan, pelean, no pelean.
Muchas gracias.
Gracias.
Valentina, right here to your right. A lot being asked of you today about, legacy and the rankings of the greatest women ever. If you do win this fight, though, you'll tie Amanda Nunes for the most title fight victories for any female in UFC history. What type of accomplishment would it give you for your passion of the sport to know no other woman walking this earth has won more UFC title fights than you?
It's never was something that I was chasing the numbers, chasing the being better than someone, more defenses or something like that. Maybe this is a secret of many defenses, because you are not chasing them. I feel it's same thing. It's kind of being selfish, saying of yourself too much. It's not good. You have to be honest person. You have to be honest, in your trainings. You have to have a value of simple things like friendship, loyalty to your gym, to your coach, to your training partners. Be good person. This is really things that what I care about, and the other things about numbers, be better, something like that, it's important for the fighter, because fighter who is champion's mentality, they have to have this, be every time the winners. They do have to have. But the other things, I don't care much. And the most important, it's how I say, it's to continue my lifestyle, the passion, what I share for the martial arts. For me, it's number one, what is really important.
And last thing, we're asking all the fighters up there who they think is going to win the main event between Jack Della Maddalena and Islam Makhachev. Do you have a pick?
I think that both fighters, they are great fighters, very strong. They are in their prime and will bring the best main event ever. I wish both of them good luck, and very hope everyone will be happy with their performances.
Здравствуйте, Валентина. Испанский был, английский был. Давайте по-русски немножко.
Давайте.
Ваша соперница на днях сказала, цитата, «Мое преимущество перед Валентиной в том, что тактически я постоянно показываю что-то новое». Вы согласны с таким суждением или думаете, что ей нечем удивить вас?
Если она считает, что она показывает тактически что-то новое, это хорошо. Конечно, она очень сильная, она всегда показывает интересные бои, всегда очень большая сила присутствует, скорость присутствует, но это ничего не значит, потому что я знаю, что да, она сильная, но я сильнее, да, она быстрая, я быстрее. И самое главное в этом бою — это быть сосредоточенной от начала до конца, все время искать момент, в который можно закончить бой, и я знаю их много, этих моментов. Я знаю, мы изучали ее бой, ее тактику, ее поведение, как она чувствует себя в любой ситуации боя, и я знаю прекрасно, от чего нужно защищаться и когда нужно атаковать. И самое главное, правильно применить это все в действии, в бою.
Но вы настроены на финиш, потому что предыдущие ваши бои завершались после 5-го раунда.
Вы знаете, здесь очень такой вопрос, когда люди спрашивают, вы настроены на финиш. Конечно, любой боец, он настроен на финиш. Естественно, мы все тренируемся, чтобы закончить бой быстрее, и чтобы ни у кого не осталось никаких вопросов. Но когда речь идет о бойцах самого высокого уровня, здесь просто так не получится. Если вы, допустим, боец высокого уровня выступает против бойца среднего уровня, о да, здесь можно сделать хоть миллион финишев. Но когда это два бойца высочайшего уровня, здесь уже больше играет тактика, техника, и как бы вы ни хотели сделать финиш, он иногда просто не может получиться, потому что ваш соперник тоже не хочет финишироваться, правильно? И если боец будет гнаться за этим финишем, то здесь уже воля случая, 50 на 50. Либо он сделает нокаут, либо он упадет в нокаут. И, может быть, принесет своему сопернику хороший бонус. Поэтому здесь нельзя вот так вот просто с горячей головой бросаться и говорить, я хочу финиш. Нет, профессионал своего дела, который боец имеет много опыта, он должен все воспринимать этот бой с холодным расчетом. И когда предоставляется возможность финишировать, в этот момент финишировать.
Ну, хорошо, тогда я переформулирую немножко. Очередная победа после 5-го раунда решением вас устроит вполне?
Как я сказала, я настроена, чтобы выиграть этот бой досрочно, и я буду делать все, чтобы ассигурировать свою победу.
Не кажется ли вам, что на вас больше давления, чем на вашу соперницу, потому что для нее на кону стоит второй пояс? Вы в этом бою можете потерять больше, чем приобрести.
Здесь немножко я вас поправлю, потому что для нее не стоит второй пояс. Технически она ставила пояс Strawweight Division, и она не является чемпионкой в своей весовой категории. Поэтому здесь немножко поправка.
Хорошо, она может стать чемпионом второго дивизиона для себя?
Нет, не может, потому что я защищу свой титул.
Будем надеяться. И последний вопрос. Вы уже отказались давать какой-либо прогноз на мейн-ивент, на бой Ислама. Но вы когда-нибудь пересекались с Исламом или, может быть, в зале каком-то на тренировке или в обычной жизни?
Да, мы сегодня как раз пересеклись. Очень хорошая команда, ребята очень все позитивные, очень дружные, очень стоят друг за друга. Я считаю, что это замечательно, особенно в нашем современном мире, когда вот такого сплоченного коллектива очень редко можно застать. И я считаю, что многие должны равняться, и это очень правильно и важно для любого бойца, в принципе, для любого человека чувствовать такую поддержку и всегда в своем окружении иметь людей, на которых ты можешь положиться и которые ты знаешь, что они ни в каком из случаев не предадут тебя и останутся с тобой до конца.
Спасибо большое, удачи в субботу.
Спасибо.
The artistry of martial arts. Could you expand on that thought a little bit? What does that mean to you? What does that look like?
I would start a little bit like, we now live in a dream of some great persons, great athletes, what was like dreaming about universal martial artists, martial arts that will be like contain all techniques, and a fighter would be so universal and would not have any problem to use any techniques they want. Here in United States, for example, the father of American Kempo Karate at Parker, and it's everything like started with their dreams. Like after them, Elvis Presley, Chuck Norris, Bruce Lee, Bill Wallace, Benny Urquidez, Jean-Claude Van Damme, they all started it, like idea to create the universal like martial arts. And now we are so lucky to live this, that every fighter who fight in MMA, it's universal fighter, and we can choose what tactic or technique to use. We don't have problem to fight with like kicks. We don't have problem to fight with hands. You see fighter, like MMA fighter, has to be perfect fighter, like kicking, striking, grapple, wrestling, everything. This is the best dream of anyone. And I heard even bodybuilders, they played like huge role on this creation of martial art. For example, I heard from people back then in 80s, everyone was like, oh, who's gonna be in Bruce Lee or Arnold Schwarzenegger? Who's gonna be in Sylvester Stallone or Bruce Lee? Oh no, he's so big, he just gonna grab him and like choke him out. And it was a cult of the this like culturism, the like best shape of body. Even it's reflecting in the uniform what we like MMA fighters are wearing, because you cannot see something loose like a shorts in boxing or something like that. It's everything like tied to the body, because it's showing the beauty of the body, the sport body. And it's kind of like all together, all tied together. The martial art technique that include like all techniques of karate, taekwondo, boxing, then it's like jiu-jitsu, grappling, wrestling, all kind of wrestling. And this is amazing that we have this modern, this very universal martial art now. Now, for example, modern fighters, they don't have to start with some martial arts and then like join their another martial art. They already started to train MMA, and it's kind of like short way to become like superstar in exactly MMA as a style. And I'm very happy that I am living the right time, the right place, and I am able to show my skills that I was developed during all 32 years what I'm doing in martial arts, practicing martial arts. And this is what I call the art and the beauty of the fighting.
Thank you so much.